going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Jay with AltCoin Buzz. Today we're going to go over 3 top 20 cryptocurrencies that are hot and on a dip. They've got long run potential in my opinion, and many people are excited in the overall blockchain cryptocurrency community about these 3 projects. They're Cardano, IOTA, and Tron. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give price projections based on a $100 billion market cap and what the price would look like if they were to achieve that. Now, as you can see, Ethereum is well above a $100 billion market cap. And why did I choose $100 million as a market cap to give us a price projection? Well, number one is we wanted a point of reference to go for and aim towards. And you can see here that Ethereum at one point, let's just take a look at July. Ethereum had a $20 billion market cap, which is actually where Cardano's at now. And we've even seen Ethereum with a $4 billion market cap as soon or as quick as it was. That's Tron. Tron's market cap right now in April 3rd, 2017. So what I'm suggesting is in 1 year, we can watch any one of these 3 projects develop to achieve a $100 billion market cap because we saw Ethereum do that. Now, is it fair to compare Ethereum to these 3 new projects? Well, I don't know. You tell me. You watch the video, maybe do some research and come to the conclusion on your own. But I would say that if there was 3 potential Ethereums out there, these 3 might be some of the top ones that I would refer to. I'm not going to include Neo on this list, but I could. I could include any one of these top 10s, or I could look for something outside of the top 20, okay? Or any of, Anyways, let's kick this off. So Cardano. If we just look at Cardano, Cardano is a decentralized public blockchain cryptocurrency project and is fully open source. These guys, they use academic papers to do the research for IOHK, which is input-output. If you don't know what IOHK is, you can come on here and you can take a look at the IOHK website. Input-output. HK, I think, stands for Hong Kong because these guys are out of Hong Kong. Cascading distribution, experimentation is the mother of creation. So when you come on to the Cardano website, you can come around here, you can click on white paper, tap the philosophy academic papers. And what that means is if you've ever gone to college, some of you may have or may have not, they do peer-reviewed journals where people write up a case study about a specific subject. In this case, it would be about the blockchain or ways to understand the technology behind it and how to improve it. And then they share it in an open source environment at a collegiate level, so to speak. And that's what they're looking to do with their academic papers. And that's their philosophy of IOHK. So it's provide some input and then get some output from the community after the paper's been produced and put out there. And Cardano is looking to use the peer-reviewed journals or the academic research to apply it to make the technology better. And they're one of the only ones really doing that. Now, if you're going to get invested in Cardano, I'm going to recommend Charles Hoskinson. He is the former, he used to work for Ethereum or work with Ethereum. Now he's developed Cardano. And you can see it's IOHK_Charles. I do recommend if you're going to get involved with Cardano that you come onto Twitter and you follow him. Okay? He's kind of funny at times. But you can see this is his Twitter and he puts out updates. He's fairly humble, but he also knows what he's talking about, so he does talk with some assertion. Now, if you're going to take a look here, why are we building Cardano? You can come on to this part of it and see that their separation of accounting and computation into different layers, implementation of core components in highly modular functional code, small groups of academics and developers competing with peer-reviewed research. We just went over that. Heavy use of interdisciplinary teams, including early use of InfoSec experts. So they're using brain power, the people in the community, to create the best platform possible to utilize. That's why people are so bullish on Cardano, even though there's not really been anything built on Cardano, whereas there has been things built on the Ethereum blockchain. So they're looking to use brain power to create the ultimate platform. There's some other things that are interesting about this. Bringing in stakeholders closer to the operations and maintenance of their cryptocurrency, abstracting transactions to include optional metadata in order to better conform to the needs of the legacy systems, learning from nearly 1,000 altcoins by embracing features that make sense. So taking from all of these blockchain projects, kind of creating a hybrid and putting it into Cardano. that's what makes it really interesting to me, is the fact that they're taking a little bit of everything from all that and they're putting it into a pot and making this ultimate jambalaya, this ultimate dish, right? Find a healthy middle ground for regulators to interact with commerce without compromising some core principles inherited from Bitcoin. What they're saying is, well, we're going to work with the global community, the establishment, but we're also going to try and mediate that and find a middle ground between Bitcoin and the establishment. So it's taking some of the good things about decentralization from Bitcoin and blockchain there, from the Satoshi white paper, and kind of also pairing that with the governments and the banks and all that. So it's really important. They're not saying they're going to go full-blown Ripple, and they're not saying they're going to go full-blown Bitcoin, but they're learning from the best to create a hybrid, and that's what it comes down to. So if we just look at Cardano and we say, where can Cardano go from here? Let's take a look. So sitting at 81 cents, you can see it's at a $21 million market cap. What I did was I put Cardano at $20 billion when I made this, and it would have a valuation thereabouts at $4. So you can see a $4 Cardano if it were to achieve a $100 billion market cap. Where can you pick it up? You can pick it up on Bittrex, Binance, CoinNest, Gate.io. Like I said, follow Charles Hoskinson. You can also follow Cardano Foundation on Twitter. And I do recommend Twitter. You can also follow us on Twitter, as you know. If you don't want to follow every single cryptocurrency, we try to get it out there, but it's AltCoin Buzz.io. So if you're having a hard time following everybody and keeping up with your favorite coins, keep up with us at least, and we'll do our best to keep you guys informed. Next project that we're going to review is going to be IOTA. I'm a fan of IOTA, not just because of the fact that I've been invested in IOTA for a while. It's because I like the fact that they're a great project. They're the Tangle Ledger, which is different than the blockchain. And if we just explore some of the things that are great about IOTA, number one, if you're into autonomous vehicles, you can see how IOTA is pioneering the sensors that will be used in autonomous vehicles, or looking to at least have their product line or their development technology used by, I don't know, the likes of Tesla or Elon Musk. So you can see the Internet of Things, which is IoT. If you ever watch a commercial and someone's talking about IoT, now you know what it is. Internet of Things. Keep expanding. The need for interoperability and sharing of resources become a necessity. IOTA enables companies to explore new business-to-business models by making every technological resource a potential service to be traded on an open market in real time with no fees. So they're saying they're going to be faster currency with no fees, whereas if you know anything about Bitcoin network fees and Bitcoin Core, what they've been doing, you might have heard about Roger Ver and how he just loves Bitcoin Cash but doesn't love Bitcoin because of the fees and this and that. I can see why Roger Ver is like that, because Roger Ver has been in Bitcoin since 2011, or even before that probably. So there's videos of him talking like that, and now that the fees are high, he's like, what happened to the cryptocurrency with virtually no fees? You know, that's what he misses. But IOTA having that aspect to it and being the Tangle Ledger, which is the ledger of things. In this new autonomous machine economy, IOTA will be the backbone. The Tangle Ledger is able to settle transactions with zero fees, so devices can trade exact amounts of resources on demand, as well as store data with sensors and data loggers securely and verified on the ledger. So this is what the Tangle Ledger is. You have sensors, smart energy grid, and computation fog station. You can see how it all goes into it's all connected. This is the Tangle. The main innovation behind IOTA is the Tangle, a revolutionary new block list. Notice they said block list, meaning there's no blockchain here. This is Tangle. The Tangle Ledger, lightweight, and for the first time ever makes it possible to transfer value without any fees. Contrary to today's blockchains, consensus is no longer decoupled, but instead an intrinsic part of the system, leading to decentralized and self-regulating peer-to-peer network. And here you go. They got the white paper for you guys to read. You can go through all of this. Obviously, this would be impossible for me to read in one big, long subject, but I think that if you do get excited about IOTA, it's going to be worth it for you to understand some of the white paper. Here they're talking about the low load. The typical number of tips is small and frequently becomes one. This may happen when the flow of transactions is so small that it is not portable, that several different transactions approve the same tip. Vitalik has talked about this several times. Also, if the network latency is very low and devices compute fast, it is unlikely that many tips would appear. This even holds true in the case when the flow of transactions is reasonably large. Moreover, we have to assume that there are no attackers that try artificially inflate the number of tips. So you can see these high load, low load things. Here's the diagram here of what it looks like when things get congested. And that's what they're basically saying is, look, like we're looking to make things more efficient with cryptocurrency and the blockchain so that we don't have these issues that we've experienced with some of the older techs like Bitcoin. And they're using the Tangle Ledger, which is essentially lightweight blockless technology. But this is the white paper. You can see, I know some of you guys would prefer me to go through this and read you some of the key aspects of it, but in keeping with the length of the video, there's also a lot of mathematics in here, and I'm not going to claim to be the most. I'm not going to claim to be trigonometry or whatever this is. I mean, this math equation to some of you might make a lot of sense, but to me, it's over my head, and I'm not going to try to fake the funk. And so that's what I see when I see the white paper in some of these areas. But you can see how they're talking about attackers, hackers, etc. Yeah. This is the Tangle Ledger. The white paper is very technical, and I'm not going to fake the funk and pretend like I know the ins and outs of how these coding works. I'm an investor, and I like projects, and I leave the technicalities to the people who are really into that kind of stuff. Now, if you're going to follow this project, this is David Sonstebo. This is the guy you'd ask the technological questions to, and he's one of the pioneers. He's the founder of IOTA, and you can keep up with him on Twitter at David Sonstebo. So just as I showed Charles Hoskinson, we're also showing David Sonstebo and how to keep up with them. They've had some issues with Microsoft. They're still looking to work with Microsoft. From what I know, they're in some sort of strategic alignment. Blockchain, Tangle, and beyond. So you can see these guys, because they're in the Tangle Ledger, they're using a totally different technology than what the blockchain is, which makes them unique and why I like them for the long term, because they could be a pioneer of a new Tangle Ledger revolution, so to speak. All right, so gone over all this. Now we're going to take a look at Tron. Oh, by the way, if we were to see $100 billion market cap for IOTA, we would be looking at around a $35 to $37 IOTA price. Okay, so $4 for Cardano, $37 for IOTA. And we're going to take a look one more time here at Tron. This is a long video. I'm feeling it. All right, but I'm trying to move fast for you guys so you don't get bored. All right. Oh, IOTA, you can pick it up on Binance. I know that. I apologize. I missed that. So you can pick up Tron here on Binance. Also, CoinNest, Liqui, BitZ. As you can see, you can pick up all these pretty much on Binance. If you don't have an account with Binance, I'll leave a link in the comments below so that you can sign up with a link that I provide. Now, yeah, I mean, I don't care where you get it. You can get it on Gatecoin, Liqui, but it seems like all of these are all on Binance, so to make it simple. Now, if we were to give this cryptocurrency a $100 million or $100 billion market cap, it would have about, you'd be looking at about $1.50 to $1.60 Tron. Okay, it's currently sitting at 1482. It is on a dip. It's off a massive high that was already at 30%. So just be patient if you've been holding it, but it does have another high circulating supply and total supply. And if we take a look at Tron from the technical aspect of it, you can see they call themselves Web 4.0. So you have Web 1.0 is .coms, Web 2.0 is applications, Web 3.0 is blockchain, but they're calling themselves Web 4.0. They're saying they're going to one-up everybody and take it to the next level. Kind of like how IOTA is coming in with a different hybrid approach of being the Tangle Ledger, Cardano coming in saying we're IOHK, we're going to use academic peer research, our academic peer-to-peer research, and take the best from all of these thousands of cryptocurrencies that exist and make it the best. That's kind of what Tron's saying they're going to do. This is a project out of Asia. They're in collaboration with Jack Ma from Alibaba. And you can see Internet 4.0 blockchain application development platform. I guess what they're saying, it's Web 4.0 is blockchain, but with applications. So .com with applications is 2.0, blockchain 3.0, blockchain with applications 4.0. I hope I can explain that at least kind of clear to the way that you can understand it. So it is, wow. Wavefield Tron is a blockchain-based, open-source, decentralized content entertainment protocol. So in the world of entertainment, Tron is looking to break in. It is committed to the use of blockchain and distributed storage technology to build a worldwide free content entertainment system that allows each user the freedom to publish, store, have data, and through decentralized form of autonomy. Well, if you use Google Drive, for example, you do what? You upload your information to Google Drive. You also use YouTube, for your entertainment. So Google has a wide plethora of applications or tools that you can use, and Tron is saying they're looking to do that also, where you can publish, store, have data through decentralized form of autonomy. To digital asset distribution, circulation, trading methods to determine the distribution of content, subscribe, push, enable content creators, the formation of decentralized content entertainment ecology. So I've seen Justin Sun, by the way. You're going to want to follow Justin Sun here at Justin Sun Tron. He's got 322,000 followers. They're a big project out of Japan, but he's kind of actually called out Facebook, Zuckerberg, and he said some things about how the centralized king being Zuckerberg and him being more of a part of the decentralized network. So I think he's looking to actually create some social media channels that challenge the establishment and what's in place with the social media platforms that already exist. I think that's what he's basically suggesting here, although we don't have anything other than, well, let's see. He's talked about some stuff where he's working with PWO app, maybe PWO app. I don't know what they're trying to do. I'd have to look more into the PWO app, but maybe he's trying to create this decentralized social media platform that no one really owns. So we'll see. But that's kind of the direction it appears like he's talking about. Content, subscribe, push, enable content creators, the formation of decentralized content entertainment ecology. That's what that tells me, is that he's looking to do that. With my tens of millions of users from my app, will be the first in the future compatibility with Tron content entertainment applications. Then Wave Tron will be the first user to exceed 10 million smart contract blockchain agreement. Smart contract is from Ethereum. Ethereum uses smart contracts. That's basically, if you don't know what a smart contract is, it's basically a set protocol that executes using an algorithm. So instead of a judge saying you're found guilty or whatever the case may be, the smart contract executes based on what's written into the contract. So if the contract says every time it reaches 9, sell, that's a smart contract because it's given a specific command to execute what the contract says. It's like when someone reaches $322,000 in their account, they sell, and the contract executes the sell order. And so that's basically what the idea of the smart contract is, which is used on Ethereum's blockchain. So to create a decentralized internet and get the internet back to the beginning, anyone can create content, web pages, applications, and connect freely with others without having to rely on centralized services. So it's interesting because you have the stuff coming up with the net neutrality. You also have in China, they have the Great Firewall of China, which basically means that Facebook, Google's not allowed in China. So there's a whole bunch of interesting things where the government's involved. The government in the United States talking about net neutrality. China has the Great Firewall of China. But the original document from, I think it's somewhere out of Davao, Switzerland, it's called the Declaration of Independence of the Internet. I believe it was from 1996. You can type it in. I believe the guy's name was Barlow, something Barlow, but it's you can watch it on Vimeo where he reads it to you, and it's the Declaration of Independence of the Internet. And in the Internet it says, governments stay away from the Internet. And that's kind of what he's saying here is take the Internet back and put it into the hands of the Internet, the people of the Internet. And that's what the whole mantra is behind decentralized. It's like the Internet was originally intended to have governments out of it, not have governments intervene in the Internet ecosystem. And so that's kind of what Tron's main mantra is, basically bringing decentralized for everything from entertainment to storage, all that. And Tron's really trying to push that agenda and saying that they're the guys to do it, even though they're a company out of China. You would say you could see how they've seen the downside of having a centralized internet from the government, basically with the firewall of China. So you can see how Justin Sun could be influenced by saying, hey, let's rip down that firewall. Let's break down that wall. So you can go through the Tron website on your own. And I know you guys want me to do that, but it's a long video, and many of you have now asked me to keep these videos a little bit shorter, even though this one's running on to 20 minutes. So you can also follow us on Instagram, 19.8K. It keeps growing. That's all in 1 month, 19.9K. And AltCoin Buzz on Twitter, AltCoin Buzz IO. So let me know what you guys think. Tron would have a $1.60 valuation, IOTA $37, and Cardano $4 if they reach the $100 million market cap, which we already went over what that would look like here in 2018. Ripple has gotten close to that, so you can see it's not completely unachievable. And these are solid projects. For those of you looking for solid investments of solid projects, not just looking to get into quote-unquote crap coins or coins that they just don't think are going to be around for a while, these three projects have the hallmark of something that will be around long-term. So they're solid investments, especially Cardano. IOTA is going to be around for a while, and Tron really looks like it's going to be around for a while. So if you've been in Tron since 30 cents, this hopefully brings you some green pastures. If you're willing to be patient, you will look to see some gains on all of these from where you're at. They're all on dips right now. So obviously if Tron being at 8 cents right now goes to $1.60, I mean, that would be a nice gain for you. So you can see how this is a buying opportunity for Tron. Now, this isn't professional financial advice. You need to do your own research and come to your own conclusions, but we're just painting the picture of what can be possible, assuming we stay in a bull market. So anyways, guys, we'll see you guys later.